Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another week of food and culture. This week, we're diving into the reading in your textbook, Cuisine and Culture, with course number 1, which focuses on ancient civilizations of ancient Mesopotamia, ancient Egypt, ancient China, and ancient India, and shows how these 4 civilizations built up thousands of miles apart from each other and in different timelines as well, but developed many of the same technologies and made some lasting impact on world culture and world cuisine. So you can see here in the course, you've got your assigned reading is course 1 from Raw to Cooked, pages 1 through 24 in your book. I've done a Prezi to kind of summarize the text, the reading, go along with your reading. And if you can't access the Prezi or have a hard time with the Prezi, here is a PowerPoint that does many of the, it's essentially the same information presented in a different format. This week you have 2 assignments in addition to your personal culture paper, which is due on Friday, and that was assigned last week. I'll review that as well. So we've got our discussion. The way that I built the discussions is for you to create an initial post that will be due by Wednesday, and then typically it's at least 1 response that will be due on Thursday. And it's very important for you to refer to the rubric for discussion post grading, which I'll go over again and link here in the discussion as well. So this week's discussion asks you to, once you complete the reading and investigate these 4 civilizations, to think about how would you decide which one is the most important to world history and why. And when you do that, you need to substantiate your claim with at least 3 reasons that are supported with evidence from the reading. So why do you think that particular civilization would be called the most important? And back that up with 3 substantial reasons and evidence to support from the reading. Citation is really important, so making sure that you're citing all of your sources, including the textbook and any additional outside sources. So using both internal citations and a closing citation at the end. That is true for both your initial response and your response to a classmate. Okay, I'm really working hard to try to make sure that you guys are giving thoughtful responses that add to the depth or breadth of the conversation in an academic and meaningful way. Okay, so that's your first assignment for this week. The other assignment is an individual guided reading questions. So this is basically like getting you to think a little bit more about the reading. And honestly, this will help you with your discussion post. So if you go ahead and do this, even though it's not due until Friday, if you do this first, it will help you with your discussion post, or your discussion post information will help you craft your responses to the guided reading questions. So to complete the guided reading questions, all you have to do is click here, download this file, which is a worksheet basically that has 5 questions. Once you've downloaded this, you can go ahead and just respond to your, type your response here and then submit it, okay? So super easy. Looking back to last week, I'm working on summarizing all of your responses to the food option choice. And the reason I had you do that activity was just to solidify, what it is that motivates people to make food choices. And many of you in your reasons, you've explained some of the top reasons, which are, availability, preference, what do you like or what don't you like, cost, right, or money, which is a big factor, and so that socioeconomic status is a large factor when considering what to eat. And then we're going to see these themes emerging throughout the semester as we look at why people eat the way they do or create cuisines in the way that they do. And don't forget, you have this personal culture statement, which is due Friday, September 10th by midnight. So this was assigned last week, and it is due this Friday. And all of those should show up in your calendar of assignments and calendar of due dates. The only thing that's not going to show up is the response. There's no way for a discussion response to show up as a due date, but there is a way for the discussion initial post or prompt to show up as a due date. So I've got that in here for Wednesday, and then just don't forget your response is going to be due 24 hours later on that Thursday. Okay? So you've got a few things hanging out here for Friday. You've got your discussion for Wednesday, your response on Thursday, and I will see you soon. As always, if you have questions, pop them into the public forum or reach out to email me. In the introduction forum, go ahead and respond to one or two of your classmates. I would challenge you to find somebody who has something in common with you, and then somebody who has something that is different from you or intrigues you or is interesting to you. So go ahead and respond to at least one, if not two of your classmates, and we'll start to build that classroom rapport for when we are working together this semester. All right, thanks guys. Have a great week. Bye.